Okay, what's up YouTube? Oops. All the new shows I've watched. I'm list the shows and then I'm gonna go over them again about my my impressions of the show. New shows I've watched. Okay. You can watch them on Hulu, you can watch them on Netflix, whatever. So, we got Walking Dead. Man Seeking Woman. Shadowhunters. Librarians. Those are the shows, the new shows that I've watched. Okay. Hello. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about my impressions on is Walking Dead. It's a good show, really cool. Yeah, I like how, you know, some people are afraid to kill the Walking Dead, and then after their first time they become good at it or whatever. And they learned how to survive in the apocalypse. And they form groups, and they defend themselves against other groups. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The world. So it's kind of like how to be safe and stuff, how to survive and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for Walking Dead. And also, the next one is Man Seeking Woman. Yeah. It's kind of like a, you know, kind of like a funny take on the modern, you know, millennials and younger people who dating man-woman relationships. Yeah. So, that one. Some funny stuff happens. Goofy parodies, horror, sci-fi, parody. Yeah, it's kind of like the internet content, troll coming out. Kind of like a meme. It's very modern, cool meme of the whole dating scene. That's cool. That's Man Seeking Woman. That's how I would describe it. So yeah. And we got Shadowhunters, which is kind of like well, there's no zombies. It's from the book. Shadowhunters has vampires, people with angel blood. They don't know it, and then they grow up. They don't know they have a angel blood, but they do. They go to a group of people that hunt down the underworld, which has vampires, demon blood, werewolves. There's also warlocks. You know, warlocks. They have magic. I think some of them have different kinds of magic and stuff. Yeah. Apparently the Shadowhunters make the swords glow. I don't know. So, well, some of the Shadowhunters have angel blood. They turn to the dark side because there's artifacts where they're really powerful and they can pretty much destroy all the underworld. Yeah. So yeah. And the girl's pretty cool. That's the main character. But they have some. She's like. Well, the guys that surround her are really good at the shadow hunters, and the vampires are good. Well, she kind of like turns them good, but they used to be bad. And the werewolves, they're really strong. Her stepdad's a werewolf, and he actually becomes really powerful. He's part of the police force, and vampires are pretty cool. Like her best friend becomes a vampire. Yeah, he secretly loves her. He's a nice guy, or whatever. And the shadow hunters, she's in love with the main shadow hunter guy. Well, not the main one, but she's in love. Oh, the main guy, bad guy, says the main shadow hunter guy and the main character girl are half brother and sister. They're both related to the main bad guy, but that's a lie. There's something called a parabaton, where there's a bond, where there's a ceremony and they fight together. Yeah. The two people fight together, yeah. Apparently, the main shadow guy's parabaton guy is gay, and the gay guy's sister she's doing her thing, and that's pretty much it. And the next one is librarians. Okay, so librarians. It's cool. It's based on the movies from, the 90s and 2000s or something. I don't know. The series has been going on. The movies date back to when I was younger, and this is the show. And so I guess the library has to well, there's this thing called a library, which is like a secret place where some of the most powerful artifacts in the world are kept throughout history. Like, it's based on like myths throughout history of Earth. Yeah. And kind of like a story about fantasy of powerful artifacts. Yeah. So they got these there's a librarian, and he goes out there and he gets the artifacts and he brings it back to the library, and there's like a guardian, and she protects. I don't know what she does. She's like, guardians are like, they work with the librarian. Usually they're good fighters or something. I don't know. They keep the librarian grounded and safe, or something. So something happens with the library, it's in trouble by this guy who rips the fabric of time, the loom of time. He cuts some strings, and so the library goes swirling off, and there's like ley lines you can step through, and but in the movies they didn't step through any portals, but in the show they rigged up a device where they can step through a door. Also, they recruit librarians, which is like, I don't know, kind of like a cool, yeah. Oh. And then, so the main librarian, he said he needed some help, so he got some 3 rookie people who got recruited last time. The time he was recruited, but you know, they didn't get in. So he asked for the help of the rookies, and the rookies form a team. There's a tough guy. There's a mathematician girl, and there's this Asian, you know, like he's like a thief in the sense of role-playing games and Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, but he's a good guy. He's really confident. The Asian guy, he apparently the only person he loves is himself, but he also like takes care of his friends and stuff. He's pretty confident. Oh yeah, there was a really smart, tough guy. And in his old life, he pretended like he wasn't smart. And he worked on the oil rig. And he just good at bar fights and stuff. So that kind of helps out in the adventures of getting different artifacts, different groups of bad guys, and stuff. Yeah. So that's the new shows I've been watching. Thanks for watching. Bye. What do I do? Okay.